If you've been on the language side of the internet for long enough, you may have heard the Finnish word Hyppytyynytyydytys. It literally means jump pillow satisfaction, and it's supposed to mean the pleasure of jumping onto a cushy bed or couch. Unfortunately, this word is fake. No one in Finland will understand it if you try to use it. Still, a myriad of English language sites confidently cite it as an example of an untranslatable Finnish word. This one especially pisses me off. What the hell do you mean it has no vowels? Y is a vowel in Finnish. Literally half of the word is vowels. And yeah, you're right, Star Translation Services. It doesn't have an English translation, because it doesn't mean anything in Finnish. On Google Images, you can find dozens of posts blindly repeating similar definitions. I needed to find out who was responsible for this. I went to oldestsearch.com and searched for the earliest occurrences of Hyppytyynytyydytys, which led me to some kind of ancient forum post on BBC's website. Here, a user named Sophia talks about hearing the word hyppytyyny while visiting Finland. This word is not common in Finnish, but the Language Institute's dictionary defines it as a jump cushion, as in a cushion which you use to break someone's fall. Sophia interprets it as bouncy cushion for some reason, and then extrapolates by adding tyydytys, satisfaction, to the end. So apparently that's where it came from. A 15-year-old forum post that no one bothered to verify. It's pretty obvious to me that either Sophia herself, or more likely a Finnish person who was messing with her, put together the words hyppytyynytyydytys to make a silly tongue twister. Notably, Sophia's post doesn't mention the feeling of jumping onto a couch, so someone else made that part up later. Several sites mentioned hyppytyynytyydytys over the next few years, including a Reddit post that links directly to the BBC forum post, and in 2016, an article on a site called Matinee gets a little more creative with its interpretation. In 2017, this German postcard defines the word as, at least according to Google Translate, the joy of jumping on a trampoline. A few months later, another German language site gives its own definition for the word: the feeling of lying on a soft pillow. Once again, there are no sources, and I can only speculate as to whether these sites are related. A Reddit user named Hexernano defined the word as the pleasure and satisfaction derived from sitting or bouncing on a bouncy cushion. Again, without citing a source. Whatever the case may be, it seems like Hyppytyynytyydytys took on its current meaning around 2017. I also found a book on the Internet Archive from 2016 which uses a very similar definition, but the author doesn't directly cite where she heard it. I looked at the 2.5 pages of references, and I have no idea where she could have gotten it from. Doran Gaston's lingo apparently mentions Finland, but I couldn't find any instances of the word. I'll admit that I didn't check every reference, but I have my doubts. So basically, over the last 15 years, dozens of sites and at least one book have blindly copied each other and invented a meaning for a Finnish word that doesn't exist.